Everybody, Super Squee here, the Emotionally Unstable Gamer channel on YouTube. Let's get right back into it so I don't go off on wild race tangents of actors and sexualities again. Avengers Infinity War equals Fallout 3. Avengers Endgame equals Fallout New Vegas. I thought this was a great follow-up, honestly. I thought it was really action-packed and beautiful. Once again, I could not help myself, and I watched a cam, and then I went and watched the movie in theaters, and it was a great time both times. It is, it's a great fucking, what is the word? Amusement park ride. Just fun times. Cool-ass visuals and shit. Really cool, like, team-up crossover, like, amazeballness. But, yeah. Marvel. Damn, does this game look good. They did an amazing job recreating the sprites and portraits from the original, and it looks fucking amazing. So many things I don't remember from when I played this as a kid, and I'm so glad I revisited it so I could brush up on Starcraft lore. I am so excited to play Starcraft 2 and all of its expansions. So, more recently, Blizzard did the Warcraft 3 Reforged, and that did not go over well. Ultimately, the game itself is intact, but there were all kinds of like issues graphically and otherwise, and a lot of the work on that game was outsourced to another company. I believe this was not outsourced, at least not as much if it was. They got greedy, I feel, but this remaster is actually quite great, and it is only $15, and if you like RTS games or StarCraft or old Blizzard shit, you should totally check it out because it's totally worth it. I had a lot of fun. I'm not even a huge strategy game person. I just enjoy StarCraft. So, there's that. Fuck you people for not going to see this movie, so I didn't get super hype and that TV series not being financially viable, and fuck you Disney for not doing it anyway. So, I really love this animated show. I had a little DVD with like little mini games and shit on it that I think I got from like a Happy Meal at one point. It was a lot of fun. Really great voice acting, really great visuals, really cool story, very different for Atlantis. I heard that this was getting a live action remake, which I'm cool with. This is one of the fucking animated films that makes sense to do some type of live action remake. Do I think we needed it? No. Do I think it's going to be great? Not necessarily, but it could be really cool. Especially with like wild ass CGI and shit, and with the right cast. I'm kind of about the fact that Milo is gonna be Tom Holland. That could be good or it could be bad. I haven't seen him in anything but Spider-Man, so it's like I don't know what it's gonna be like. So I'm hopeful. I think the kid could pull it off, but I just don't know because I don't know his acting ability very well, other than like doing a good job being like cute little Spider-Man. Yeah. So apparently, and it was pretty easy to tell the whole time watching this, that it was supposed to be a TV series called Team Atlantis that didn't end up being viable financially, so Disney canned it, but 3 episodes were made, so they were repurposed as this movie, and it is kinda hype, and a continued fuck you to the Big D for not making it anyway, but in their lifetime made shit like Bonkers. I hate Bonkers. I hate Bonkers the cat so much. So dumb. So dumb. We needed more Atlantis, but Disney is just a bunch of fucking shitbags. They make some cool shit sometimes. But, fuck you Disney. Suck my dick. Anyways, Rilakkuma and Kaoru. Precious bean babies deserve so much love. What a bunch of cuties. Kaoru is a dummy, but still such a cutie pie, and fuck, this series is beautiful. I love stop motion so fucking much. Also, the music is just, fuck me. The music's great. The cool little stories here are great. It's super cute. Like, I love all the stop motion. I love, like, thinking about what they use to make all the little miniature pieces. And I remember watching, like, a video that was just, like snippets of, like, the making of and, like, how they moved everything around and the different materials they used and stuff. Like, this is a lot of fun. If you like stop motion, if you like miniatures, because that's basically what it is, and, like, anime stuff or cute, like, kawaii shit, like, watch this. It's on Netflix. I believe it's, like, Netflix has the publishing rights here. So, it's on Netflix. It's, like, a Netflix original under technical terms. Wow. You know, a lot of moments I think the CGI looks gross, but I still really love this, and I can see how much love and care went into this movie, and I feel like even if you don't know anything about Pokemon, you can enjoy this film. It also appears to be canon to the original games. The plot is pretty simple and has a lot of predictable moments, but even when it's predictable, they do some cool shit with those moments. So, like, I thought this was a blast. Honestly, it makes me sad that I've heard that the video game this was based off of is kind of like like some people like it, but like as a whole, it's not a great game. But the movie was a lot of fun, and I'm glad it got made. It makes me happy that it got made, that like this was ever allowed to exist, and I think everybody did a really great job. Lore. Ella, best girl. So this, as far as it's like loosely based off of Lucifer, haha, loosely based off of the Lucifer character that was in the Sandman comics, that is technically part of the DC universe and is actually part of the Arrowverse, extended Arrowverse at this point, because he popped up in the Crisis of Infinite Earths crossover, but it was in the past. So that means that he exists either on one of the few like other Earths that exist at this point, or he lives on the same planet as like the Flash and shit. Which I doubt. So he's probably on one of the few other planets that exist after the fact. But I like Lucifer. I remember watching snippets of it in the living room when I walked by and my parents were watching it. It looked interesting. Homeboy is a cutie pie, and I think he does a really good job, and he's fun to watch. Really fun to watch. And yeah, so I binged season 1 through 4. I really enjoyed it. Next season is the last season, which I'm okay with. I feel like it's time to wrap it up and be done with it. I've learned that though there are things that I love a lot and will continue watching if they continue to air, I like it when a series like hits its beginning, middle, and end and then is like over, like done. And sometimes, like, I like things enough that it's like, okay, you know, we can keep going, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't need to stop. Like, it doesn't mean that, because when you got a horse, and the horse is awesome, and you start beating it over and over again, trying to get the money to fall out of its mouth, and the whole thing is falling apart. But, like, you get my point, it's beating a dead horse. And I want them to stop Lucifer before it gets bad, basically. Never been the biggest fan of Dragon Ball. Not because, well, Dragon Ball Z. Never been the biggest fan of Dragon Ball Z. I didn't put that in here. Not because it's bad or anything, just never really got into it as a kid. I remember seeing the original series in passing and really enjoying it, but the Z series just never caught my attention. And the only game I ever played was the first Budokai. This movie, though, super, super dope. Amazing animation, and even when they use CG models, it looks nice. I'm really happy they retconned Brawly to be more than, "Ugh, I'm strongest boy." Also, Bulma's baby is the cutest. Genuinely, just a good animated film. I enjoyed it a lot. So, like, I remember my friend Chris telling me about this movie, and he just really wanted me to see, like, certain parts of it, and he put it on one day, and me and Anna just really enjoyed watching it. And it makes me want to watch like more Dragon Ball in general, and maybe watching Z later just for like shits and giggles. But it's just like I know it's going to be a lot of like cinematic abuse of time, and like it's like, oh, that's a cool shot that I've been looking at for 20 fucking minutes. First, let us get the gripes out of the way, because I know this port gets shit on a lot, and it deserves it to a degree. The PC controls aren't the greatest, especially in the new menus. Controller support is awesome, but it'd be nice if you didn't feel like that's the way I'm supposed to play. The texture resolutions aren't great, and only from far off does stuff look nice, but zooming in on anything is an eyesore. It's like they just directly ported the Xbox 360 version to PC. Graphical restraints and all. Base difficulty felt really, really easy. Granted, that may just be me because I've played the game so many times. Other than that, though, I really don't have any bitches. The more I played, the more I realized some of my minor issues with the game had to do with me being lazy and not using everything I had at my disposal. I love that the art style stays true to the original, but it also makes some nice changes that help characters look less doofy. Looking at you, Maze, Lady Grey, Thunder, and Briar Rose. On the other hand, some other characters look worse in my opinion. Guildmaster and Whisper. It makes me happy there is a control scheme that's more like Fable 1 and 2. It was honestly the only reason I was able to pull off the Flourish achievement. Speaking of the achievements, I got all of them. I can honestly say that I never need to play this game again because I've seen it all. Though I think I'd still enjoy watching first-timers go through it. I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10 overall. And if you want controller support or want to play the first Fable and have only played 2 or 3, buy this remaster. If you prefer mouse and keyboard and don't mind a slightly more dated game that still holds up, get the original version. I said all I needed to say about that. And that's it for this video, actually. Thank you for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Even if people only get tidbits of this shit. And if I wasn't so lazy, I would timestamp where I talk about certain things and then people could skip around. But I'm going to make you find it on your own, bitch. Bye-bye.